Right, here we go. We've got our switch here that I'm gonna take these screws out and pull this off. Hopefully, they're just normal screws on there. So find myself a normal screwdriver. Right. So these fellas on here. Two small screws. Excellent stuff. Right. There we go. So that is. If you want to hotwire the bike, you can just use this switch and turn it. But I'm not going to do that because I'm too scared. Put that out of the way. Keep hold of these screws almost safe with all the other screws. So we've got down to our bike lock mechanism now, which we're going to have to get off of here by drilling out these. You can see them in here. We've got these shear bolts. So I'm going to drill with a 5mm drill into them and then see whether I can get them out with a stud extractor. I've got my helpful pillar drill, which will make things a lot easier. So I'm going to sweep up to here. So this is going to hopefully make my life a bit easier. And I've got my pin vise. I've got to get this locked in here so that we've got it nice and stable. Oh, I don't need the pin vise specifically, I think, but I will need to put something under the front to stop it from rotating. So I need to just find something to chock under there. Right, excellent, I've got some bits of MDF under there. I'm just going to get this lined up. It's a little bit wobbly. I'm going to get it as solid as I can. It's pretty solid. Right, here we go. Right, so once you've drilled down in with your 5mm into the security bolt, you then get an 8mm drill bit and drill down until the head of the bolt shears off. So we're going to do that next. I've already done this one, so you can see that it goes, focus, you can see that it goes down to where there's a washer, and then the bolt just shears off. So as long as you drill beyond the 5mm, it seems to give you enough weakness in the bolt then. And then once you've done that, we can get the steering lock out. Oops. There you go. Drill that nice. Job done, finally. Right, to continue our steering lock theme, I've had to drill out the steering lock pin was bent over in the lock assembly. So, and this plate, I couldn't get it out really because the pin was bent into it, so I had to start sort of attacking it, and in the end I got it out. So those two bits, and there were two little split pins in there which have come out, and then just another bit of the assembly. So we've got those two bits. So if you look at the lock, this was in this. It'll stand up, is it? So this was here, and then the pin slots in here. So when the person, whoever tried to steal this bike, has had a go, they have damaged internally in this, and they've also bent. I can see that this is bent, so I don't think this can be repaired. That's fine. I found a replacement lock barrel with the locking pin. You've got to have it for your insurance. If you ride about, I've got this so I can free it up and actually check that the bike comes on with the key. This now turns, so I can at least use the mechanism, and I'm going to put the actual ignition switch, which screws on the bottom. So you can see that it's activated. I'm going to switch that on there so I can at least turn the switch and see whether the bike comes on. Charged up the battery, and we're going to have a little test to see what happens when we turn the key. So all being good, we should get it, but this has got to be replaced. You can extract the key, the actual barrel for the key. There's a little hole in the side of this which is really hard to see, and in a certain position there's a little slot there. When you turn the key to a certain position, there's a little hole, and you push a small pin into that and then put the key in, and then you pull it, the whole thing comes out. So that's brilliant. So that means I can buy this piece and then switch my key barrel, so all the keys can remain the same, into that, and then put it back on the bike. So although it's kind of expensive, because the bike's a salvage bike, I've got it wasn't expensive, so I've got, you know, a bit of leeway on what I spend on it. I'm not going to go crazy, but there you go. So Project GS is getting well underway. Right, the moment of truth. I have connected up the battery, if you can see over here, which is a bit out of, just adjust that down a little bit, so that's kind of perched on there. So the battery's connected up. I've got the ignition switch here, and that has been wired back in, down in here to where it plugs in. Now I can turn it, I can see what it's going to do, and then I've also wired back in the instrument cluster. So moment of truth. Let's see whether, now we can turn the key, what happens. Yay! Result! So at least I know that there's power going to the instrument cluster, and it looks like it's ready to start. I can't start the bike now because I have drained out the oil and it's in a bit of a state. So I'm going to continue working on it, but at least I know that if the ignition key turns, more likely than unlikely, the bike's going to start. So that's a really big result, and because when I got it, you couldn't turn the ignition key because someone had tried to steal the bike. And it's really brilliant now. I've got it to this position, and I will continue to work on it.